A lot of Riven players, both veterans and beginners alike, have been asking the question, should I stop playing Riven? And this is a great question, compelled by the fact that Riot has completely shit on Riven in the last few seasons. I mean, in Season 9 alone, in one patch, Riot increased her E cooldown by 4 seconds, giving half of the Riven user base a heart attack. Luckily, they reverted that change and only increased it by 2 seconds. But of course there had to be a compromise, and her Q cooldown was increased by 1 second. Now in patch 10.6, one of Riven's best items, Death Dance, was reworked, and now she does no damage. To make matters worse, we still play with that item. Now in patch 10.7, Riot decided to give Riven a buff, but this buff just rubs salt on an already open wound. Base health regen increased to 8.5 from 7. Thank you, Riot. This is exactly what we needed. So should I stop playing Riven? By now you might be convinced that yes, you should stop. But I'm gonna say no. Well, maybe. It depends. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more videos, just kidding. In this video, I'm going to ask you 4 questions that I ask myself. These questions will help you decide whether or not you should keep playing Riven or move on to another champion, or just stop playing League. Question 1. Are you having fun playing Riven? Well, if you're averaging 9 deaths a game, or you feel compelled to throw your laptop out the window, maybe it's time to evaluate a few things. Is it just Riven? Or is it League of Legends? If you're a beginner, League is a tough game, but trust me, you'll improve fast. There's so many more resources now than ever before on YouTube and Reddit. And a lot of League players are from a vast majority of skill levels, so you're bound to find equally matched people eventually, even if that means being Iron 4. Now, if you're an intermediate or veteran player, then ask yourself, why do you play Riven or League of Legends? In my experience, if you're here to climb, then you should do it while having fun, or you're not going to climb. And if having fun means winning, then maybe try playing Master Yi instead. But you can still carry with Riven and win with Riven. It's just going to be a little bit harder, and you're going to have to be willing to commit to a few things. This leads me to my next question. Are you struggling with commitment issues?
Stop it. Get some help.
Question 2. Are you willing to commit a lot of time and effort into mastering Riven? If you expect to get good at Riven in a week, get real. Riven has an extremely high skill cap, probably one of the highest out there amongst Aurelia and Yasuo in my opinion. There's so many things on the micro and macro level that you have to learn, but it's not that bad if you take your time to learn. It just becomes hard when you dive into a game and learn from feeding, which is how I did it. Learn the right way and practice with the practice tool or 1v1s with your friends. Trust me, it will make a world of difference. There's so many things that you have to learn about Riven, from animation canceling, TP plays, wall hops, double casting, build paths, wave management, matchups, team fighting, flanking, power spikes, combos, diving, and more. For Riven, these things are extremely important. Question 3. How many champions do you really know how to play? I feel like one of the biggest detriments to being a one-trick is you don't get to learn how to play other champions. I mean, there's so many champions in League of Legends. If you're only playing one, there's no way you're going to climb. This was definitely one of the biggest realizations that I had when I started maining Riven. Additionally, if your champion gets banned, you at least have others to fall back on. I'll have a link to the Riven mains matchup guide in the description down below, which lists all of Riven's matchups and how to play against them and how to build against them as well. You should use this as a last resort if you don't know how to play that champion, but don't use it as an excuse to not play other champions at all. You should definitely try buying other top lane champions if you want to learn how to play against them. Play the champions that you struggle against, and who knows, you might pick up a few to add to your arsenal of top lane champions, and maybe you'll end up mastering another while you're at it too. Question 4. How's your internet quality? In my experience, it's really difficult to pull off Riven's combos if you have above 100 ping, and even 90 ping is stretching it. If you're having connectivity problems, I would get an Ethernet cable. Or if you can't, just play Master Yi. Also, here's a really easy way to check your ping without getting into a custom game.
And so what I like to do is I like to pull up command prompt by typing in cmd into Windows search, and then I type in ping, and this is for the NA server, guys. I type in ping space. For NA server, I'm going to put the address here. The address is 104.160.131.3, and then I'm going to space and then put a dash and T. What this dash T will do is it will keep pinging the server. Enter. And as you can see, this is the reply that I'm getting back. And if your ping looks pretty consistent, I don't know what consistent is to you, and I don't know what good ping is to you, but for me this is pretty good. Then you're probably okay to play a game.
So if you're one of those people who still has some degree of fun playing Riven, who's still willing to commit a lot of time and effort into mastering Riven, has many champions in their top lane arsenal that they understand how to play, and has good internet quality, then fuck you. Just kidding. But if you want to master Riven, then now is the best time. Riven is at her weakest point, and it can only get better from here.
That was more like the look.
But most of you are still probably on the fence. Before you completely drop Riven, you should probably ask that question. If it's your internet quality that's bad, then there's no way you're going to be able to play a high skill cap champion. If you don't know how to play any champions, then play some champions. If you're not willing to commit a lot of time and effort into mastering Riven, play another champion that has a lower skill cap and doesn't take as much time to master or play well. And if you're just not having fun even after fixing all of that, then maybe it's time to drop Riven.
Yasuo's weak.
Especially like here. Especially like here.
Oh! Wait, there's a piece. This guy's like flipping.
You shouldn't see me here.
Say it like that. I hate you then. Find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will.
Oh my god.
So I choke you down just like a pill.
Do you even talk about
You like a pill.
No, go on, Thresh.
Do me in the worst way. Don't let me sleep.
That's a big
Never say sorry. Maybe